Hey, this is Joe from Presonus, and this video is for my Studio One professional users where we are going to marry two wonderful plugins together, Splitter and Ampire. Now, I don't know if I've ever done anything quickly in my life, but I'm going to try to do this quickly and show you how to set this up. Step one, grab a guitar and plug it into your low latency audio interface. I will be using this handy Quantum 2626 Thunderbolt interface from Presonus. Bam. Step two, open Studio One, add Ampire to a track and dial in a tone you love. Okay, I dig that. Step three, disable this plugin, add another instance of Ampire, and dial in a different tone. Okay, I like that. Now we're gonna add the Splitter plugin. Go find it in your plugin list and just drag it onto the channel. It's going to pop up this window. Drag one Ampire to the left, drag one to the right. Click on the splitter and change it to channel split mode, which will let us have one amp on the left channel, one amp on the right channel. One thing you want to also make sure is that you set your audio channel to stereo so that you can hear the difference. Now we're in stereo, single source, but now the channel is in stereo. Listen to the gloriousness. And step five, bask in the glory of what you just created. Let me explain really quickly what just happened. If you know guitar rigs in the real world, in the analog world, if you've ever tried to do a 2-amp rig, so you could mic up both and combine the awesomeness of two of your favorite amps, it's a little tricky. There can be grounding issues if you're trying to run through a pedal board and then split out to 2 amps. If you don't have the right gear and you don't have it hooked up the right way, there's buzz and there's just issues, right? Well, if you've got Studio One Professional and you've got Ampire, which you do if you have Professional, or if you have any other amp modeling plugin that you like, you can use Splitter with that to create these really cool stereo 2-channel amp tones. So what you just heard was 1 amp on the left, 1 amp on the right. And now I'm going to switch it back to mono and take a listen to. They still sound good together when you sum them to mono, and then I'll flip it back to stereo and you can hear how cool it sounds. And you can really hear the stereo sound on something more palm muted and not quite as driving. So Ampire and Splitter make it really easy to get cool stereo tones. And then once you've got that, you can do crazy things like, let's say you've got your favorite delay plugin. I love the analog delay from Presonus. It looks cool. And when you set it up to be a 2-channel mode with a huge width on it, it sounds incredible on something like this. Or how about we add our favorite reverb? I love the plate reverb inside of the room reverb in Studio One. Or maybe we go in the opposite direction and we add Studio One's Bit Crusher plugin to the front of the chain, adding in some wonky sounds feeding our amps. you can see, that's ridiculously fun. Ampire adds a new dimension to the way that we do plugins, so now we can split things out and process sounds differently and create new, awesome sounds that we maybe could not have made before, or maybe just didn't have the gear to do before. Now you do, right inside of Studio One Professional. Thanks so much for watching. Leave comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.